Okay, let's talk about Chapel Hill and what ensued tonight with them taking on Whitehouse.
Well, yeah, so they beat Gilmer tonight. Chapel Hill took care of business against Gilmer tonight. They'll be playing Whitehouse next week.
Okay.
But they beat Gilmer by 4 tonight, which is kind of, honestly, I mean, last year we had this game as our game of the week in week 1, Chapel Hill and Gilmer, and Chapel Hill put 70 up on Gilmer.
Right.
So interesting score this week. Gilmer, after a tough loss to a good Pine Tree team last week, really came out, and I think even in a loss made a statement to keep it that close with Chapel Hill. So Gilmer fans are going to not be happy that they're starting the season 0-2. But again, I don't think it's panic mode in Gilmer. You lost to Pine Tree and Chapel Hill, 2 really good football teams, and they're in a division above you. You haven't played a 4A Division II team yet. You played Chapel Hill and Pine Tree, which are 4A D1 out of that District of Doom. So you haven't played a D2 team yet in 4A. So if you're the Gilmer Buckeyes, do not hit the panic button. Everything's okay in Gilmer territory, I promise. But Chapel Hill, big win over Gilmer. They're 2-0. Whitehouse, though, they took it on the chin tonight to a very good Kilgore team, 27-7. Chapel Hill and Whitehouse, from what I understand, Coleman, and maybe you can shed some more light on this, but from people that I've talked to in the communities, this used to be a huge rivalry. Chapel Hill and Whitehouse used to go at it year after year. These 2 teams haven't played in a while, so I'm interested to see the intensity in this game, and especially Whitehouse coming off of a loss, see how they're going to be able to bounce back against a really good Chapel Hill football team.
I think what Kilgore does, they're known for speed, but I think also Coach Fuller has them being physical. And I was at the Whitehouse game last week, and they had some nice plays against Dallas Wilson. I'm not surprised at the outcome of this game, though, with that score being what it was. And as for Chapel Hill, I'm not going to compare them to the Cowboys, but I think their fans are like, we'll check with you in the playoffs, okay? That's what we're going to do. But the Beard, as I call him, he's got them playing. He's got them rocking. And for them to be in the position they're in right now, they're just picking up what they left off last year. That's all they're doing. And I haven't had a chance to talk to Coach yet, Coach Jeff Reardon. And purposely I did that because I didn't want to concentrate or ask a question about last year. I didn't want to do that. So now, maybe 3 or 4 weeks into this season, we don't have to talk. I don't want to be compelled to talk about that. And he probably feels good about that. But I want to see exactly where they are. Because I had said earlier with Michaela on the preview show, the first game of the year, you're kind of feeling yourself, seeing what's going on. Game 2 is when you begin your journey to being who you are. And by week 4 or 5, you kind of have your identity set and you know where you're going. And I think that's what we're seeing here with Chapel Hill.